South Melbourne Lakers versus UTS Olympic at Lakeside. Our commentator is David Bashir.
Unbeaten after 3 rounds, the Lakers have made just one change. Winger Ciantar returns to the starting 11 at the expense of Tanzil Basa. South has match winners all over the park, a well-organised defence, a creative and potent midfield, and an attack led by the wily Paul Trimboli, who's ably supported by young Socceroo Michael Kursija. UTS Olympic, well, they showed real form in trouncing Gippsland last week 3-0. From that lineup, veteran defender Paul Carter has been forced out with a hamstring injury. Slotting into the right fullback role is Adam Ciantar. Ante Juric is again expected to fill a central midfield role. 18-year-old Hussein Jomaa looks a promising prospect on the left, with strikers Norman Tome and Derek Poimer in form, both scoring last weekend. And Barbalace, the young Socceroo. So a lot of talent on the park with Damianos, Blantis and also Brett Emerton, the young Socceroo players. Here's Clarkson, ever the workhorse at midfield. Knocked down for Trimboli. Here's Damianos, scored twice in the derby 2 weeks ago. Whips the ball in and the header just tripped over. Good effort there by Bob Catlin. Trimboli ever so close. The best moment of the match so far. And we see here a nice touch on from Trimboli, and the cross equally well executed by Damianos. Trimboli, and in the end the touch just helped it over the bar. Peter Tsekenis, the captain for UTS. Here's Poimer. And it's coughed up here. Trimboli has the chance. It's South on the march. Through for Damianos. Damianos switches it to Kursija. Trimboli goal. Well, it opened up nicely for South Melbourne down the left. And combining the two strikers, Paul Trimboli and Michael Kursija. And UTS, well, the cracks certainly appeared at the back. They were threatening in the first 10 minutes, but it came all as a rush for Olympic. As South Melbourne draws first blood. And it's Michael Kursija and Paul Trimboli. Trimboli just lifted the eyes ahead of midfield, saw the options, used Damianos at close quarters, turned the ball nicely back to Kursija, and in the end, the captain had the last say. Anastasiadis. Kursija back to his flanker, who's making a very attractive run. Trimboli waits, and Damianos presents himself as he tries to curl the ball around, and just wide of the framework from Bill Damianos. Well, it really is a Swiss cheese UTS Olympic defence at the moment. They are just opened up amazingly at the back, and it doesn't help having the creative juices of Paul Trimboli flowing. And in the end, the breeze just nearly helped that ball around the corner. Anastasiadis has been busy and involved. And we see Damianos off one step, just try to curl the ball around the goalkeeper. South Melbourne just been closed down somewhat in midfield as UTS push players up. And here is Diamichis, the chance to use his pace. Still going fast though, Diamichis. Trimboli, Butsianis on the left. And a lovely shot there by Damianos. Equally well taken by Bob Catlin. A nice moment there for Damianos, who's so prepared now to take the shot. Emerton in a speed duel with Butsianis, and the chance for Tome. Norman Tome equalises just before half-time, and South pay dearly for their lack of finishing at the other end. And Norman Tome, as he did last week on the scorer's sheet, well, the South defence was opened up. Butsianis lost his footing. Emerton provided the cross from the angle, and Norman Tome made excellent position just turning the ball wide of Michael Petkovic. And he has shown, given an opportunity, Norman Tome is a very good finisher. There by Diamichis. The sweeper away for South Melbourne, and Panopoulos, a bad mistake there from the midfielder. Here's Tome, perhaps his second, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and the shot goes wide. Well, I thought he really would push forward and take on the goalkeeper, but he decided to shoot, and in the end wasn't to his high standard, Norman Tome. The mistake came from Panopoulos. Norman Tome just lined up the target, but alas, it was wide for the UTS. An excellent chance for the Sydney team to take the lead. Played the outside of the foot by Damianos to Anastasiadis. Lovely run by the flanker. Turns around, still going, John Anastasiadis, and it just cannons into Marigny, who covered the near post very well. Taliadoros, Poimer. He hasn't been quite the dominant figure of last week, but UTS have got the numbers here. Derek Poimer, still going Poimer, and he tries to chip the goalkeeper, but unsuccessfully. Really, it was the only option because Brett Emerton was in a bit late at the far post, and he lifted the eyes there. Poimer knew the support wasn't forthcoming, and in the end tried a very difficult shot from the angle. Here's Damianos through for Kasija, who's onside. Just waiting for support to muster. Kasija turns around Barbalace, and a deep ball in, just turned wide by Bob Catlin. The header came from Coventry. And in the end, I think it's a corner for South Melbourne. Oh, it's a close call. The striker coming off the bench called into play, Vaughan Coveney. And it was just glanced wide. The second touch resulting in a corner. The move is being made by UTS Olympic. There's Eagleton, who's, as I mentioned, celebrating his 21st birthday today on the park for Derek Poimer. Damianos with the corner and a deep one in. Orlich, chance for a goal, clearance off the line. In desperation in the end by Norman Tome. Well, that was a very close call there for UTS as the player is down in defence for Olympic. And it's Barbalace who's writhing in that goalmouth scrimmage. Foul there against Vaughan Coveney, as Barbalace looks to be in a spot of difficulty. And it really was a frantic clearance in the end by UTS. Lennie Barbalace. And just maybe struggling with his right knee as the ball was in deep from the corner. The header initially from Orlich and almost a goal from Vaughan Coveney, and the clearance in the end from Tome. Trimboli. Been just a great try all day. Coveney one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he tries the shot, and perhaps would have been well advised to lob Bob Catlin, but lacked the subtlety there. Vaughan Coveney. And it was set up brilliantly by that man, Paul Trimboli. Good pace shown by the big striker. The second touch just Well, it was a nothing touch from Vaughan Company. Certainly had their opportunities, South Melbourne. 2 genuine scoring chances apart from the 11th minute goal from Paul Trimboli. Good anticipation there by Tsekenis. Eagleton just needs support and needs to be patient as the overlapping player is Emerton. This is promising for UTS as he turns, and Tome, the volley goal! What an excellent effort by Norman Tome. Late in the match, he produces a moment of brilliance to score his second and put UTS in front. Well, the young striker Eagleton had a hand in that, Emerton as well, but Norman Tome, with a superb final touch, wins out for UTS Olympic. Tsekenis, a fine anticipation. Eagleton lifted the eyes, saw the overlapping player in Emerton, and Norman Tome, look at him rush to the far post and latch on to the volley, and he buried it past Michael Pekovic. And Norman Tome has scored 3 goals in his last 2 outings, and he's in some sort of form. It really was a reward for patience and build-up for UTS Olympic. Here's Trimboli. And the chance for the equaliser. And in the end, it was an excellent effort from Bob Catlin, who just blocked an aggressive volley as the ball came in from Coveney, and Baillie failed to get the defensive header away and was covered well, and a chance again for the equaliser. A goal-mouth scrimmage. So drama of plenty at the back for UTS, trying to protect the 2-1 lead. And South Melbourne with a late rally. Bob Catlin would have his heart in his mouth as Michael Kersija says, what do I have to do to penetrate the defence? Here's Damianos. The late rush here from South Melbourne. Ball attempted to be played through for Vaughan Coveney as Pekovic rushes out off his line. Well stepped there from Ray Clarkson. South playing with a fair deal of urgency now, but it may be too late. Trimboli combining with the youngster Paul Trimboli. Here he goes, and the goal from Paul Trimboli. He always threatened to equalise. Moments ago, Kersija went close, but South on the death knell make it 2-2 here at Lakeside. Well, that was as much a matter of persistence as skill for Paul Trimboli. He's run his heart out for his beloved South Melbourne. And Trimmers has come up trumps close to full time. We see the 1-2 play with Mesa. He stepped around de Marigny and he slotted the rebound away. Paul Trimboli just kept on going in a wave that resulted in a goal to make it 2-2. And that is full time here at Lakeside Stadium, perhaps a fitting result. It started with a South Melbourne rush through Paul Trimboli in the 11th minute, and then UTS equalised. So another draw for South Melbourne at home after a similar fate with Melbourne Knights 2 weeks ago. They share the points with UTS Olympic, and they acknowledge the fans, but they must feel slightly aggrieved. They perhaps had more scoring opportunities. UTS showed a lot of resolve. But at full time here at Lakeside Stadium, it's South Melbourne 2, UTS Olympic 2.
The very best